Hell yeah, the man, the myth, the legend. Tag yourself before we get started. Don't be afraid of the microphone. It's your friend.
Oh, man, you're trying to put it in my mouth now?
Yeah, you know how it is. You know how I like it.
A fist away from your mouth.
Yeah, there we go. All right, tag yourself, bro.
Me?
Yeah, no, me, bro.
I was like, what do you want me to do? What
Tag yourselves. Where can they find you?
Oh, Tikis Geckos, tikisgecko.com, Tikis Geckos 2.0 on Instagram. We have all the social medias, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, all Tikis Geckos. Check us out.
All original content.
All original content
there you go,
every
the
day.
Whole thing.
Individual content on every single platform.
There you go. Me, I don't do that shit. So talk to me, bro. How's the show?
It's been good, man. It's been really busy, especially yesterday.
Yeah.
I think yesterday we did better than the entire Daytona last year.
Okay.
So really happy with that. Moved a lot of high-end animals, thankfully.
Okay.
Some skinks too.
Yeah.
Usually,
good.
for some reason, they don't do the best at Florida shows, but because you're always competing with like the import market, you know.
Yeah.
But did very well, man. Very busy. Haven't got to walk around. I didn't even get to pee.
Jesus,
I didn't pee
bro.
all day yesterday. That's how busy we were.
Dude, I peed like 8 times yesterday.
No.
I was just nonstop.
When I finally peed, it was like a 5-minute piss. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude. That's a good feeling piss though.
It is. It is.
The ivory. Any interest in the ivory?
Yeah. A lot of people looking at it. A lot of people asking questions about it. You know, interested in it. No offers. Yeah,
Okay.
it's an expensive animal. I get it. You know, it's not a 2,000. It's 7. You know, so they're expensive animals, but 100% worth it. Incredible.
Definitely.
I'm very excited to be working with them in the future. So.
Yes. I think that of the blue tongues, that's probably the thing I'm most excited for.
Yeah.
You see those ones right there? I
Yeah.
purchased that collection at a Repticon or whatever. I was thinking about moving them. I was gonna bring them here, but whatever doesn't stay here, or rather, whatever doesn't go here, I'm gonna put outside, and I'm gonna try to start breeding stuff outside.
Yeah, I just put my Marukis outside.
How are they doing?
So they're doing good so far.
Yeah.
I have them in pairs too.
Okay.
There's some, marks breeding, but it's normal for them figuring it out. It actually was our old Tegu cages.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that we had to repurpose for something else because we had to get rid of all of our Tegus. So like, why not do the blue tongues? Like, okay. Starting with the Marukis out there. I have my Hypo out there.
Yeah.
I have the Xanthic. I have all of them out there.
Beautiful.
So hopefully we'll find babies in there, next year.
So I had Ron on, Ron St. Pierre, and we were talking about his little hybrid situation, stuff like that. And, he was telling me that specifically with the Easterns, the Northerns, and the Aryan Jayas, they're all skinkoides. So he's like, bro, he kind of lumps them in together. So if he can get mutations out of there, he's fine with it.
Right.
Would you ever cross the Hypo Maruki with a Northern?
I would.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't frown upon hybrids that much like a lot of people do.
Okay.
My problem comes when people are not honest about it.
100%.
So when they, sell hybrids as a pure, that's different. I haven't done it, but I've always, I've sold hybrids before.
Yeah.
Or listed them, and I always was upfront honest, like this is a cross with this and this.
Yeah.
That's for me the most important is honesty.
For sure.
So I would like to. We originally thought that Maruki was albino. We really don't know what it is yet.
Yeah.
It looks hypo to me once I got it in my hands. That's something that would be cool to throw to like red stuff.
For sure, 100%.
A lot of different mutations, but we actually have a lot of northern mutations we're actually working on first.
Yeah.
So including with the hypocalicos.
Yep.
Those are cool. You need to get some of those.
I do.
I'm really excited to see what that does when you mix it with other mutations like the sunset, sunrise.
You
Swedish.
know how they say having animals in captivity, it creates a second. I don't know what the term is. It's it's a different kind of population. It's I don't know how to describe it. It's not coming to me. Fuck. Tino knows the word. Whatever. It's like an assurance population.
Oh, okay.
I have an assurance population for your blue tongues because all of my blue tongues come from you.
Yeah, man, that's true. And it's funny. I have the same thing with Ron Kudo.
Yeah.
Because a lot of my stock's from him. So if anything ever happens to him, you could always get stuff from me. Same with Ray Gergi.
Yep.
That actually happened to Andrew Seiki, the guy who came up with Sunset, Sunrise, Coffee, a bunch of these mutations. He stopped breeding a couple years ago because he caught on fire. So he lost most, if not all, of his animals.
Yeah.
But like you said, there's an insurance policy. We all have his stock. So
Yeah.
if he ever, decides to get back into it, he has his lines available
So
everywhere.
There was a table with 4 adult Easterns, 600 each, bro. And I walked to the table. I was going to figure out a deal. They were like, oh, buddy's not here right now. He's coming back. I came back, And literally within 5 minutes, somebody else was walking with them and came to my table to look at mine. And I was like, fuck.
Yeah, I love the Easterns, man. Don't get me wrong, but I got rid of all of mine.
Yeah.
Because where we are in West Palm Beach, Florida, it doesn't get cold enough for them. We would have to dedicate a specific room for them.
Yeah.
It's too much for me.
So
I haven't had luck. And
the Northerns are my first attempt to breeding outside.
mm-hmm.
You know, Ron told me that he's got a pretty, like, solid situation for his.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to show me how he does it so that way I can replicate it.
Right.
And then I'm going to start getting Easterns.
Did
keeping them outside.
he talk about his success rates for his outdoor animals? Because
He has not.
the only thing that worries me with that is some might wake up earlier than others.
Uh-huh.
You know, like they'll be ready. Because even in ours, they're ready to breed in different times.
Okay.
Right? Different moments. And sometimes the window can be only a couple of days.
Yeah.
So what if you have a pair out there that don't sync up at the same time?
Got
So
you.
that's what worries me about keeping them outside.
I didn't think about that.
You know, because like when you're inside and you know this male's going,
Yeah.
you could put them all to all the females you need them to.
Yeah.
You know, if we're just keeping them in groups, pairs, trios, whatever it is,
Yeah.
outside, and if the male doesn't sync or the female doesn't sync at the same time,
It
I
might
wonder
get bloody.
like how your success rate is.
Got you.
know?
Well, I think that would be like one of those things where it's like you have to watch over it and like start like looking at your animals as they're, you know, outside waking
Yeah.
up on their own, and maybe I need to switch enclosures around a little bit because
Mhm.
one's getting a little earlier start and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's probably what I would do.
Yeah.
If I ever kept them outdoors, I would keep them single. And then when I see males start becoming active, you know,
Yeah,
start
yeah.
trying with some females, probably do the same thing I do inside, outside,
Okay.
just to see if that might have the best like success rate. Because it's
Got
not
you.
just, you can just keep them outside and breed them, but I
Yeah.
want to, you know, be a prolific breeder.
For
you know
sure,
what I
for
mean?
sure. So I'm a little bit back and forth because I mean, my stuff's in racks.
Mhm.
I'm not really enjoying it as much these days.
I agree.
You know, and even the ball pythons, bro. Even the ball pythons, I'm like, man, whenever we get surrenders at the shop, the animals are periscoping, they perch. Not that I'm saying they're arboreal, but they'll
Yeah.
utilize their space. You know, so sometimes I look around and I'm like, what can I do to enjoy this a little more? And I figured that putting them outside is one step closer to that.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I have the same feeling. I've been having
Yeah.
the same feeling the past couple of years. Even like you said, ball pythons. I've sold some of the ball pythons to like my cousin or friends,
Yeah.
and they're active.
Yeah.
They're super active. You know, so
Yeah.
it's like the
They're-
only ones I don't really feel that bad for are like prey animals, like a crested gecko.
Got you.
Because I actually think they feel more secure in an opaque tub, you know, because
Got
they're
you.
not having to worry about something eating them all the time. You know,
Understood.
their behavior doesn't really change when it comes to tubs versus glass versus, you know, more naturalistic setup.
Got you.
From my experience.
Yeah.
But like ball pythons, blue tongues, like they're bigger animals, so I
Yeah,
feel like
exactly.
maybe it's
They
yeah, I
have-
know, man. Trust
If
me.
you're able to make it around, not the
Mhm.
aisle where you're at, the aisle next to it, all the way down, somebody has patternless Marukis.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
like Ron St. Pierre patternless? Or?
I think he's like an older guy. I think he was kind of explaining to me that it was like a line bred thing.
Tom?
I didn't get his
Neely?
name.
He's like 100? He's like 100 years old?
Yeah, he looks it.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's here? Good. I didn't see him. I didn't get to walk around.
Got you.
That guy's, if it's him, that man's been breeding blue tongues for
I mean, dude,
longer
he's
than
got
we've
some,
been alive.
Bro, he's got some Arian Gyres that are fucking
Yeah,
huge,
I hope
dude.
it's him. I haven't seen him in a while, but
Yeah,
if
yeah.
it's him, dude,
Very nice guy.
talk to him.
Yeah?
That man is smart.
Yeah?
He's been breeding these things, like I said, longer than we've been alive.
Fuck yeah, dude.
So
Yeah.
I actually have some of his stocks. His Marukis are some of my best Marukis.
Yeah?
Yeah, he produces like insane orange and red animals.
Fuck yeah, dude.
If you ever get into Marukis, 100% get them
Yeah.
from him. You know, while he's still here.
You know what I
Yes.
produced that I was like very surprised that I'm like, look, I'm Manny Jr., a little peacock day gecko.
Oh my god, dude! I've always loved Felsuma.
Yeah.
And that all those day geckos. I always say if they were handleable, best
great.
gecko
Yeah, for
in
sure.
the world, hands down. I have so many breeding groups. I have 10 different species I'm working with, and I want more. And we house them outside.
Yeah.
Awesome animal, man. Super bold. They're not like you can't handle them really.
Yeah.
Unless you're a Chucky.
Yeah.
You know, unless you have one and you work with that one.
Yeah.
But there's something I'm really gonna work more and more with them. I'm gonna do. I mean, obviously the blue tongues,
Yeah.
the Cresteds, that stuff. Jeweled Lacerdas.
Okay.
It's gonna be something I'm gonna be pushing a lot more.
I've thought
in the next
about it.
couple years.
Yeah.
Dude.
They look like they're coming up in popularity these
Yeah,
days.
they are.
Yeah.
They especially even like just the normals, dude.
Yeah.
I can't keep them in stock when I have them. They're a tegu. They're a little tegu, is what it is. I think that's a perfect replacement for tegus.
Yeah.
Especially here in Florida and some of the other states that where tegus got banned.
Yeah.
They behave the same. They're similar in intelligence. Their diet's like about the same. And they're prolific breeders, man. They'll lay a lot of eggs and they'll double, triple clutch sometimes. And I keep them outside all year round. They can handle cold weather. They're from Europe, so they can handle it pretty cold.
Yeah.
That's something like I really like. Like I have probably 30 that I'm raising to breed. So I'm gonna be producing a lot of Jewel Lacerdas, man. Yeah. I like, dude. I fall in love with them. If they're inside, they could be like a puppy dog tame.
Yeah.
Outside, it's like anything. You throw it outside, they get wild. Same thing with the skinks. Same thing with tegus, monitors, everything.
This is my whole thing. Is that I want, now that I have my own place, I want to keep shit outside.
Yeah.
Like that's like the goal. I don't want to have tanks inside the house. I don't think the wife is going to be too happy about that. I have one tank. I have a Cuban rock iguana, and she's falling in love with him.
Outside, though.
Oh, it's going to go outside for sure. There's already a cage that's empty, just waiting for it, like maybe in like another year, and it's outside. I was actually thinking about, you know what a catio is?
No.
So a catio is like a cage patio for cats that you attach to a window, so you can open your window and your cat can come out.
Okay.
So in my laundry room, I have a window, and I'm thinking about making a catio for the rock iguana. So that way I can put him outside all day, then open the window, call him in, and then he just hangs out inside the house at night. That's kind of the idea.
That's sick. Especially if she likes it and she lets you.
Yeah. Dude, the other day, the animal loves fucking tomatoes. Like, my wife will be cutting up a salad for herself, and it comes out of the hide and just waiting there, scratching at the thing, waiting for tomatoes. So I've been getting it to come out, put a little tomato right here, and it'll come out and run back into its enclosure. The other day, it ran out. I kind of like jolted a little bit. The tomato dropped. It ran, went straight to the floor, ran around the whole fucking house. I had to chase the fucking thing. I was like, dude, not right now, my guy. And my dog's not mean with reptiles. Okay. But she was definitely like, what the fuck's going on? Scaring the iguana. And I was like, dude, this is not the experience I want this iguana to fucking have, dude.
Right.
Yeah. How are there, you guys have rhinos is what it is?
Yeah, we have an adult pair of Rhino Iguanas outside. They're spicy.
Yeah?
They chase me every time.
Chase you?
Yeah. When I try to feed them, they come at me. So what I do is I get a banana, put it in half, throw it in different sides of the cage. They go chase it down. I'll feed them. Then I get out. And then we have the Lewisite hybrids. They're dope. They're food aggressive at first. They got a strong feeding response.
Yeah.
And I'll do the same thing. But once they're eating, you can hand feed. You can feed them yourself. You can pet them. You can do whatever you want.
Hell yeah,
man. They're cool, man. I really like it. We're actually starting to work with also a lot of pectinatas, mainly the banana phase pectinatas, the spiny tail iguanas. They're really cool, man. They're so docile. It's ridiculous. Yeah. We have hundreds of animals. We can't work with many of them. Trying to tame them. Gotcha. You can pick up those babies like nothing. You just pick them up. They're just in your hand chilling.
Fuck yeah.
One time, a cage got knocked over, because it was it was a tornado warning, something. So one of the cages got knocked over, and one got out. He's literally hanging on top of another cage, and you just walk up to him and just grab him and just
chilling.
Put him back. Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
Cool
we
shit.
upgraded them now. They're in wood enclosure. That's not gonna happen anymore. But that's how calm they are.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. It's crazy. They're my favorite iguana.
Fuck yeah, man.
As a pet, they're the best. They don't get big. They're the best.
Yeah, lizards. I want to do more big lizards like that. Some iguanas. Yeah. I'm kind of scared to get fucking monitors right now with all this shit going around.
Yeah. I mean, me too. They're great. I love ours. We have a black dragon and a T positive.
Yeah.
Asian water monitor, and they're great. You got to work with them a lot.
Yeah.
Those you have to, because if that thing gets mean, that's a very dangerous animal.
There's a female blue tail in there that it was at the shop for a while, and I said if it didn't go home at Daytona, that I'd probably put it in my empty cage. Mm-hmm. So that's something that I'm thinking about, and it's it's flighty. Mm-hmm. It doesn't bite, but putting it outside, things are going to change.
Yeah.
And I don't have a lot of experience with big lizards, so that's one of those things that I'm juggling. I'm like, do I want to fucking
Alejandro,
do this?
the monitor king.
I know, dude, this fucking guy.
You got you. You know what I would love and I really would want to work with more?
What's up?
Cayman lizards.
Yeah?
To me, that Cayman lizard we have, it was the tegus were my favorite, but we got to get rid of them. That caiman lizard is my favorite individual lizard. If I had to just get rid of everything and keep one, it'd be
Just
that
that
caiman.
one?
It's a tegu.
Yeah.
It's a water tegu. Literally what it is.
You know what? Look, I'm going to be honest with you with that whole water tegu thing. I agree with you. But, bro, there's some people that literally think it's a water tegu. There was some kid that worked at some place that I know that he was like, dude, no, they're like water tegus. You feed them the same, you keep them the same, but with water. And I'm like, no, dude, it's not that.
Yeah.
He's like, no, that's what they say, bro.
Yeah, I guess you got to be careful how you speak sometimes. But water, as in personality, they're a tegu that likes the water.
Yeah, there
but
you
they
go.
eat snail, guys. They eat only snails. We'll
That's the
sometimes
thing.
do some clams, some other mollusks and stuff, but mainly snails.
Fuck yeah. Well, I've seen you guys fucking petting the thing and,
Yeah,
and hanging out, dude. That's sick.
That boy is tame as can be.
Yeah.
Like, he'll come. Like, don't get me wrong. He has his feisty moments. Like, there's days, like, you got to learn how to read your animals. There's days, especially the smarter animals, they'll tell you.
Yeah.
They'll be like, nah, they'll be like puff and like, okay, like today maybe I'm not going to mess with you.
Yeah.
But most days that guy is puppy dog tame.
Fuck
You need to
yeah,
get a
dude.
puppy dog tame female for him. Make a sick enclosure. That's
Yeah,
my
man.
favorite lizard there.
And have a nice water feature and stuff like that, dude.
Exactly. I have a lot of aquatic plants.
Yes,
I'm
dude.
adding, some minnow or a guppy, something to eat all the mosquito larvae, and then maybe I'll throw some turtles in there.
That's what I was gonna ask. Would you put turtles in there? Do you think a turtle would try, or a caiman would try to eat a larger turtle?
I don't think so. I don't know. I've never tried it. I'm going to, but I would put like bigger turtles in there.
Yeah.
Something that like.
They can't really fuck with.
Yeah, exactly. Like that diamondback, or not diamond. Sorry,
the Indian spotted.
Indian spotted.
Yeah. Well, it can't even get its mouth around how big those things fucking get.
That'd be. But I think like pink belly sidnecks would be fine.
Especially
pink belly
the
sidecks are fine with everything.
Yeah, dude.
I love those turtles.
They hang out.
I love those turtles.
Apparently,
man.
they just don't do fine at my house these days.
Bro, you gotta send them down south, man.
I actually ended up with a male and 3 or 4 females left out of the group.
Send them down, man.
I know,
We're warm. We'll keep them warm.
All right. All right, bro. Tag yourself one more time and let's get the fuck out of here.
All right. Tikis Geckos on everything except Instagram because Instagram deleted our account. So Tikis Geckos 2.0 now. Everything else, YouTube, TikTok, Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter.
OnlyFans.
Tikis Geckos, OnlyFeet, everything. Website, tikisgeckos.com. Check us out. We have everything lizards. So
there you go.
It's a pleasure, bro. Finally got to be on your podcast.
Yes.
This man's been not letting us come on
God.
here. He's been doing a podcast for like 5 years now. Doesn't let us on. I thought
first
we were
off,
friends.
First off, you're always allowed on.
Okay.
Second off, the thing is it has to be in person. With you, it has to be in person. With you and David,
100%.
for sure.
I think podcasts in general are just much better in person.
For sure. And then I guess next week is Animal Con.
Yeah, we'll
I
be
don't
there.
think Chuk's going to be around. But if Chuk is around, then I'll see if we can figure something out, all of us together.
Yeah, that'd be
that's
awesome.
like that is like the podcast to do with Tino and Chuck there when they're just fighting.
I
back
would love
and
to
forth.
be one of them.
Dude, it's
I would
so
love
good.
because I hear some of your stuff and you guys are wild.
Yeah,
you guys are wild. So I would love to be there.
All right, bro.
All right,
Hell
man.
yeah, man. All right, bro. We're live.
We're live right now?
Yeah, man. Tag yourself.
You guys
He's
don't
quick
waste
with
any
it.
time.
He's quick with
Tikis
it.
Geckos 2.0 because they banned my original Instagram account. So Tikis Geckos 2.0 on Instagram.
Do we have an update with that at all?
Bro, you won't believe it. It's like the hardest ban. I had a guy on Instagram working to get the account back, and he said it's the hardest ban he's ever had to deal with. If I would have gotten it back from him, I would have had to pay $5,000, and he can't even get it back.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Did they say why it got?
They don't tell you why. They just ban it. They just say you violated the guidelines. So from talking to everybody, they're saying that basically you're not supposed to sell animals on Instagram, clearly. But I wasn't posting animals on my story or on my actual page. I was just talking through DMs. And they look if they want to, they can look through your DMs.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So
Fuck,
hide
bro.
your kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hide your kids.
Bro, they're out
Dude, that's
there.
fucked.
But I've seen so many different pages like get banned, like dog breeding pages. Obviously, all these reptile people are getting banned, and it's just like,
It's
bro,
gonna have
like,
to, yeah.
we're trying to make a living, and if you come see our animals, like we're not like doing anything crazy, but
So it's kind of one of those things where it's going to be a hassle to be like, oh, you want to know what I have? Now you have to go through my website, send me an email, the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, you're like technically you're you're gonna have to be like, hey, somebody asks, hey, is this available? Be like, send us an email.
Yeah.
It's just, but it makes it that much harder for a customer,
Yeah.
and it's like
you're making more, you're giving more friction is what
exactly,
I think,
exactly,
causing all kinds of problems. Damn, bro. Well, how are the fucking geckos? How's the house? How's everything, bro? Congratulations on the move.
Thank you, man. I mean, we're finally. I feel like we say this all the time. We're settled in, but there's always still enclosures to build and stuff.
So I mean, you guys got a big property and stuff like that, but I mean, my house is small, and I've been there almost a year, and I'm still not settled in. That's just how it feels.
But listen, I say that because I'm just like speaking it into existence. But there's still a lot that I want to do. I feel like it's never gonna be like, okay, 100%. I'm done. Yeah, it's like there's still like once we finish this project, then we're like, all right, now we got to take care of this and then that.
But that's the exciting thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
honestly,
Yeah. How are the Waterland tubs?
Good, bro. They're huge. We still got like 3. No, we got 2 that are empty though.
Yeah.
So it's like we got to put some turtles in there or something. Maybe that's when you come in.
Dude, I've had such a weird past couple years with turtles.
Yeah.
And I'll never fall out of love with turtles. But it's one of those things where I'm just like, dude, like I don't really know what I want to do, because there's always like the morph. This is gonna be weird. The morph market.
Yeah.
Where
hey, sponsor the video.
You know what's funny? I did another podcast. I didn't think it was gonna get a lot of views or anything, and it was talking about the good and the bad things of morph market.
Yeah.
And dude, that was the one that fucking blew up. And I was like, fuck, I'm talking a lot of fucking shit over here, bro. But anywho, so there's like that side of it, but then there's also like the species specific stuff, and I don't really know what I want to do. I don't really know what I want to do with that.
I think there's a market for everything, dude. Like anytime anybody asks me like what they should do with like this, that, or the other, I'm like, yo, just do what you like the most.
Yeah.
And I mean, we like everything, so it's hard. I get you, but it's like I don't know. The turtles, I'm not the biggest. Like I'm not in balls deep into them like you are, but I definitely feel you with like the geckos. I'm like, damn, I want to breed those. But it's like sometimes it's unrealistic. You gotta pick your poison.
Exactly. So on that, you got your Instagram to fucking, what was it, 100,000 back then?
101,000.
101,000.
Who's counting?
But I mean, dude, I think even on TikTok you're fucking killing it. Instagram you're killing it, dude. Like when you're getting into that shit, like what's like in your mind? Like what's the mindset when you're doing your Instagram stuff?
Honestly, I was the day it got banned, it was a birthday dinner with one of my best friends, and everybody's there. Manny was there, everybody was there, and I think a couple people texted me like, yo, where's your Instagram? You got banned, da-da-da. And I checked and I was like, oh shit, like, all right, whatever. In the back of my mind, I knew, like, because I had seen it with other reptile accounts, I'm like, yo, one day they might decide that they don't want me on the platform anymore, or for whatever reason, because a lot of people, so I was told what a lot of people do, it could be a competitor or just like a crazy PETA type organization or whatever.
They start reporting you.
They get bots. They buy a bunch of bots to report you for the same thing. And then that, they just automatically ban your account. It's not like some guy on Instagram's like looking it over and then clicks ban.
Yeah.
No, it's just like
set up.
It automatically does it, because if 300 people report you for the same exact thing, then you got a problem. So what was crazy is like this all happened right after I released that FWC video. Like soon after, and a lot of people are telling me like, yo, do you think anything has to do with that? And I'm like, I don't think so, but like the people that I've tried to get, like these people, I have a lot of friends that are big on Instagram, and they have people that are inside of Instagram, and they couldn't get my account back. They said, this is the hardest ban we've ever seen. Bro, you'd think I'd be smuggling kids or like doing like selling drugs or something, bro. I'm like, I don't know, whatever, man.
I'm fucking breeding geckos, bro.
I'm breeding geckos,
Leave
dude.
me alone,
like,
dude.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, you got all your shit going on. What's the coolest thing that you've got going on with your geckos right now?
Bro, so the Cappuccino Crested geckos are pretty exciting right now. There's like a lot of people have these things and they don't know they have them because they were a wholesale gecko and they got spread all across the country.
Got you.
So what I'm trying to get some caps. I'm doing all the lily whites and stuff. But what's really cool is when you put a cappuccino and a lily white together, you get these frappuccinos. The names are awesome, by the way. I love their names.
I have a friend of mine that he says that he's the one that named the frappuccino or some shit. Some kid named Jake. I don't know if you recognize
I don't know.
Yeah, he was the one that was like, yeah, I was talking to this guy, and it was like I told him the frappuccino. I was like, I guess, dude. I don't know anything about this shit.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are the coolest thing right now in my opinion. And there's just a lot of more things that
Yeah.
are coming out with the Crested Geckos I'm
Yeah.
excited about.
I like that though. I like that the cool things have cool names. It's great for marketing. The same
Yeah.
shit with the fucking Deadpool, the Dracula.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, bro, like when we got the first ivory blue tongues at the shop, I was like, oh, you know, we gotta name it fucking Moon Knight. Moon
Yeah.
Knight, yeah, that was the thing. And
Yeah.
it didn't blow up as much as I thought it would.
Some stick, some
Yeah.
don't. Trust me, I've had my fair share
Yeah.
of things I wanted to stick
Yeah.
and they didn't. But that's some things just like are the right timing and like they're just catchy enough where people are like, oh, okay, and then they start
Yeah.
using it.
Yeah, so I ended up getting some gargoyle geckos, and I was raising them, and I put some to breed, and dude, I just couldn't fucking do it. I don't know what's
What?
wrong with me.
What do
Yeah,
you
I
mean?
couldn't do it. Literally, the females kept dropping.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, dude.
So how big were they? So with gargoyles, I will
Uh-huh.
say this: with gargoyles, I could pair up a crested gecko in 2 years, no problem. She's
Uh-huh.
45 grams, whatever. With gargoyle geckos, I like to wait until at least 3 years, and they're a solid 45, 50 grams, like never losing weight, never
Got
getting
you.
lower. For whatever reason, the crested geckos are hardier when it comes to breeding. The gargoyle geckos crash faster when you pair them up
Got you.
younger. So you want to wait at least 3 years old to pair them up, and you got to be on top of them with, you know, just bugs and stuff, and calcium, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you know how it is, bro. Like animals, sometimes you just make a little switch and then you figure it out, you know.
Yeah.
So you should probably try again, I would say.
I'll try, bro. It really broke my heart. I was like, dude, this was like gonna be my next thing. I'm so excited.
Nah, it's not. Trust me, you've bred enough animals that you know gargoyle geckos are not out of this world.
All right. Fuck, man. Cool. Well, when are we gonna start setting up like a whole fucking ball python facility at your place?
You know, one of my good friends now, he lives right next to me, Josh. Do you know Josh Viper Exotics?
It sounds familiar.
So he does a lot of he's really low key, but he
Yeah.
does a lot of high end
Uh-huh.
ball pythons. And recently, because he's literally across the street, I'm just like, I go to his house and I'm like geeking out, and I'm like, damn, now I'm like I'm like, fuck, I'm getting that ball python.
Yeah,
itch.
dude.
Ball python is sick, dude. I'm like, I understand why they're everywhere,
Yeah.
but I'm like, I don't know if I could jump into.
But
to
at
breed.
least you can get a couple things to like serve like your pet
Yeah, yeah.
market, and
Yeah,
then a little
yeah,
bit of
yeah.
the high end.
Yeah,
and
I think
trying to convince him.
just slowly let it
Yeah.
start growing on you. Yeah, I think it's like everybody needs. I mean, like us, like we have a lot of variety with
Yeah.
what we do. So we want to have at least some really nice ball pythons,
Yeah.
some your pieds, your really nice albino combos, and all
Yeah.
that stuff. Because that's the stuff like people that sells that are maybe not like the lowest level, but
Yeah.
they're like the
Yeah.
next level up where somebody would buy from us.
For sure,
you know?
man.
Yeah.
Well, good shit, bro. It's good talking
Thank
to you.
you, bro.
I gotta go
Always
see your
a good
place
time.
soon, bro.
We gotta
Fuck.
do a full podcast soon,
Yes,
though.
with Chuk and Tino, dude.
Yeah,
I was
for
talking to Manny
sure.
about it. I was like, dude, we gotta
Yeah.
link that up, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks
sure,
for
dude.
having us, man.
Hell yeah, man.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for watching. For the full episode of this Reptiles With Podcast live at the Daytona Beach National Reptile Breeders Expo, click the link down in the bio.